Officials look to increase access to healthcare as North Carolina's battle with the coronavirus rages on. From WREL News and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. I'm Cliff Baumgardner. Here's the latest from WREL.com. Today, Dr. Mandy Cohen, Secretary of the State Department of Health and Human Services, said a special enrollment period to obtain health insurance through the healthcare.gov marketplace will help people who have lost their jobs and employer-provided health coverage because of the pandemic.
Sadly, many in our state do not have access to affordable health insurance, including those who are putting their health on the line every day during this crisis. Those who work in grocery stores and pharmacies, our child care educators caring for our children of essential workers, our home health workers in nursing homes staying on the job, and even those without the security of having health insurance should they become sick.
Cohen also said she has written to the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, asking for the federal funds to support pediatricians, obstetricians, and other primary care physicians not included in a disbursement to providers serving Medicare patients. The importance of access to health care in North Carolina is underlined as the state crosses two heavy thresholds in the ongoing battle with the coronavirus. Today, the number of infected in the state climbed over 5,000, and deaths from complications of the virus reached triple digits, with at least 114 confirmed so far. There are also at least 383 confirmed recoveries of COVID-19, with that number expected to rise as more counties report. State officials said they are seeing a slowing rate of increase in the number of coronavirus cases in North Carolina, although there are regional hotspots. Forecasting out over the next few weeks, Dr. Cohen said the pandemic has yet to reach its peak. AAA Carolinas is offering its emergency roadside service free to first responders and healthcare workers in North and South Carolina through April 30th. In a statement, Jim McCafferty, the company's executive vice president and COO, said that frontline workers are, quote, spending tireless hours protecting us while they're at work, and we want to protect them on their journey there and back, end quote. First responders and healthcare workers who are not AAA members can call 866-727-9016 to receive help from AAA 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From WREL's Go Ask Mom, the North Carolina Zoo may be closed, but you can now visit it online through the newly launched Virtual Visit program. According to a press release, the program features a wide variety of different online educational events, art projects, at-home activities, and stories from the zoo and the wild that will allow people to experience the zoo and its animals in a completely new way. In the release, the zoo's curator of education, Beth Folta, said, quote, "A trip to the North Carolina Zoo is always more than just seeing the animals. It's a chance to learn in a fun environment. We've now adapted many of our learning experiences to an online format easily accessible to everyone from home," end quote. Virtual programs like this one are becoming more common as schools in North Carolina remain closed, leaving parents and teachers searching for remote learning opportunities for students. Yesterday, Wake County schools returned to class via online lessons. In-person education may resume after May 15th, though that deadline could be extended. From WREL TechWire, local businesses who applied for loans through the Small Business Association's Paycheck Protection Plan may be in trouble. On Wednesday, that funding is expected to run out. That's according to Peter Gwaltney, Chief Executive Officer of the North Carolina Bankers Association. Speaking to TechWire, Gwaltney said that as of noon Monday, 4,500 lenders had received SBA approval for 900,000 loans, totaling $220 billion. Meanwhile, Congress is debating legislation to approve another $250 billion for the program, but that process has faced delays. As for the current program, Gwaltney said North Carolina banks are working all day and into the night to process the loan applications they've received, and that, quote, North Carolina banks are doing their best with the limited guidance they've received from the Treasury and the SBA, end quote. The SBA is also offering emergency loans under a plan that moved ahead when the Trump administration approved a federal disaster request from North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper. Also today, the state announced it would add $25 million to a bridge loan program for small businesses under legislation planned once the General Assembly goes back into session on April 28th. The new money would be available to businesses with 50 or fewer employees, with no payments for the first 6 months and an interest cap of 4%. After that, repayment begins at a minimum of 5.5% interest, according to a legislative summary of the bill. As planned, loans would top out at $50,000, though details could change as the bill works its way through the House and then the state Senate. This has been your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. As always, if you like the information and resources you're getting from this show, please let us know by leaving a rating and a review on whatever podcast app you use. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our new episodes, posted by 5 p.m. Thanks for listening.